Welcome to a new video at Trading. Today, my dears, there is a free indicator. It normally costs $1,500 in lifetime subscription or $600 in annual subscription. And today I'm going to show you how to get it for free. You may have already seen it in the title or in the description. It's about the Market Cipher. Why do I come on it? In the Telegram group was a little bit discussed or a little bit talked about because I've presented a few videos ago. The crypto face, the actual producer of this indicator, that made live trades of $1 million or $500,000, and I'll show you also the channel. Please support the also, and there people have just come to the Market Cipher. I'm going to show you today how to get that for free before you put money out there. At the beginning, later I'll explain why you should or could buy it, unless it's enough with the free version. But I'm not just going to show you that. I'm going to show you where you can find the tutorial on the website, what these individual symbols mean. It's super important what these symbols mean because you also have to make a few settings so that it's just the way it should be, like CryptoFace trades with it, and exactly, we'll just look at that. Otherwise, I would have said, let's take a look at the channel of CryptoFace. Really a request to me. If you already use this for free, support this guy a little bit. He is really brilliant. You see, live $1 million Bitcoin trade, live $500,000 Bitcoin trade. He keeps deleting some, even though he makes really damn good live trading videos. Or were they here in live? I think you would have to here you see it. If you go here on live, you see here all the individual live trades that he made. 500,000, 2 million, and so it's really going off what he's doing. That's why you can find it under live. It's not a joke that he's really trading live. Because we're just for commercial, for somebody else, I would be happy, my channel as well. Guys, I have almost 10 subscriptions. My channel is now a year and 2 weeks old. A month is the year, now still in 2021, old or young, whatever, would be awesome. Maybe we create the 10 subscriptions, support me there a little bit, subscribe to channel, but otherwise you have crypto trading instructions, mega awesome indicators that I also use, which is not a joke or anything. Yes, that's why I would be happy. Maybe we can still make the 10 subscribers, but stop it now. So you can also see that it's not a joke. Market Cipher, normally, professional plan, $600, lifetime plan, normally costs $1,500. Yes, and I'm going to show you how to get that for free, how you can just use that exactly, and I think that's worth a subscription. But let's go to Bitcoin now. Bitcoin just crashing. You see this already here. I already have the Market Cipher in there. Maybe as a little example, if we click on a video here, I go in very briefly, turn this briefly quietly, and go somewhere once, so that you see that this is one-to-one the same. Here we have this. Do you have these points everywhere? These lines also below. As you see this, compare this now once with what I have here. It is one-to-one the same. Yes, and how can you get this? How do you get this? You just go in here at the indicators. Very simple, yes, and give here. Sorry, not Sui, Cipher. The way you write Cipher, and then there's the Wu Manchu Cipher A, Wu Manchu Cipher B plus divergence, and you can already see here how many people have liked that, and yeah, you just get those two on, then everything looks like it is here. And now we go very briefly to the settings, which are very, very important, which you have to make from in advance, because the problem, if you leave there, number one, the normal candles, yes, then is the Market Cipher plays crazy. That has no sense. If you leave these in, also CryptoFace always trades with the Heiken Nashi candles. There, it's all much quieter and also gives good signals. How do you get to the Heiken Nashi candles? Just click in at the top of the bars, select Heiken Nashi, thing done. In that case, I'm not a big fan of trading purely Heiken Nashi, but for the Market Cipher is of great advantage, I must say. And then we go through the individual symbols. You will see that it definitely performs better than with the normal candles. I know Heiken Nashi candles have a slightly different price, but you will see later the signals are much better. This is the Market Cipher A at the top. Then there's the Market Cipher B at the bottom. That's this lower part. We'll make a little adjustment here as well, because if you look at this as well, he set this a little bit differently here. I'll show you briefly what belongs on display here and what you can take to it. There you scroll once at the inputs, further down, and then comes namely the show stochastic RSI. This is this line here we do not want. That is this line we give away, and what do we add? But for this, show RSI, and this is what we take. Show RSI regular divergence you can also add, but this is the, as you use it rather. And there are now just a few things that you have to pay attention to, and I'll explain that to you now. And now what's important, maybe still, here we come, marketcipher.trade, and that's the page that you need to use. I'll do that again like this. You see this here then like this, marketcipher.trade. That's the page that you need. So that I'm just going to make this again on top, so that you can also interpret all of these signs. That is, a yellow X stands for manipulation, long green thing, short, reversal, bullish continuation, bearish continuation. But how are these to be interpreted? You can click on these symbols here, and it will show you again exactly what that means and how more or less is to act. Then there's the Market Cipher B. There you see these waves, and here you can also just click up on the blue wave, and it tells you, hey, so and so works. That's what to look for there, and it works here on the green waves. And I think that's all I need to say about that. What's not there in the cost triggering is the Market Cipher support and resistance indicator and the Market Cipher DBSI, which is actually very, very ingenious because it shows you in the candles how strong are the bulls to the bears. And that's just here again a whole other professional level. That's why I think you can start for free before you give out the money. If you like the Market Cipher, you can continue to leave it. Otherwise, one looks then simply whether one takes perhaps the paid version. We'll just stay on the 1 hour chart now, and I'll explain a little bit about how interesting this is. There is here, I think one of the most brilliant things would be, for example, here. I'll scroll down to it again. I'll make the B a little bit smaller. Is here. The blood diamond, how do you recognize it? I'm trying to ransom here a little bit bigger. Okay, the diamonds unfortunately stay exactly the same size. And no matter what I do here from ransom, but what's just the case here? You see here this big diamond sign or this setup square with underneath it this, I don't know if you can see this, again, such a small shining diamond. When that comes, it's normally an extremely valid short signal. But in this case it was, you see this here, so here he said, just go short at 16,647. And he went down really all the way to 15,600. So very, very brilliant. What does the little square here mean? That would be a bearish continuation. The little setup 3 or square, bearish continuation, yet another bearish continuation. And here he also confirms it. That is, as long as these are coming, you can stay in the short trade. But then you also have to watch out. In that case, you see these waves behind it. If these start to cross upwards, as it was here, I'll do the chart away for a moment. You see here, these waves start to cross upwards, then one should already consider to close, because otherwise one makes perhaps the whole perfect entry, which one had here above. One destroys then, one would exit in any case still with plus, because there is here this blue triangle that is called, and I show you briefly, reversal of the previous trend. That is called, here it is called okay. From now on, simply the trend from before is broken and we rise now probably. What would that indicate to us still? What a long position would be is here this green point. The green point simply means go long, that you see this here again. That is here you could enter along and then you have to look. Bullish continuation are the yellows. That is here also the yellows are here a bullish continuation. Then you could go up, but you see here you have to be just also careful. We have in between the bearish continuation in the candlestick, but what you also have to pay attention to here, where is the chart? We're riding this EME wave here, and it's definitely very awesome. And as long as we don't close below it here, I wouldn't really close this long here either. You have to be careful here because this is, for example, a short confirmation. So G short, but it wasn't there for long, and then it was actually eaten up again by the longer candles. You can combine all this with the Markets IFRB because here there are then just several ways to add that in. With Markets IFRB, there are a few, so here you have to be careful. There are a few, so here you also have to have a little bit of trading knowledge. It shows here, for example, various divergences, in which case you see that here below, hopefully, because it shows a divergence here, so a continuation, that we are going up. Now, if you know how a bullish continuation, bullish divergence works, you can figure it out here because you can say here, okay, we have a falling price, a rising, in which case it's not the RSI, but would have to look at the MACD or what volume that is. For him, it's now. That's how it's also described. We're falling with the price. Here we're rising. We have to prepare for a long. And then that's what happened in the case. You see up here, we're then further. I make this here again white. I think that is then a little better to see. We are then further from the time here. At some point we have started to rise. That is to say one would have taken a good trade, and also the Market Cipher B would be right here. There are still several things here. What one must pay attention to, here of course, or should look, there is here the money flow index. And that is not called here the yellow. The yellow we leave out times, the yellow one can also exhibit, but I speak here of the yellow here is the VBU app. I'll take it out very briefly now so that I can explain the other thing to you. You can take it out briefly at style. The VBU app, if I take it out now, you can see here we have a red or a green, a line here which is moving upwards and downwards. A green, a line that also fills later, that is the money flow index. If we are red here and up here are also red with the blood diamond, and we are here in a bearish M continuation, you see here actually everything goes down. That is a very, very good confirmation because money is flushed out of the market. Should the rise again, as in the case, or then become green, then it means it actually goes more money in. Of course, consolidations are somewhat more difficult. That must also be said. You have to watch out then how it is with the consolidations. But in the case, for example, here we had this blood diamond. You see that again beautifully, blood diamond. That means we went down here, would have actually had the reversal here first. That means here you have to look again. Where does the crossover start? Just as I also told you earlier, here the crossover has of the EMA started. And if this, of course, crosses to the top, then you should already watch out again. You can also see here there has been the crossing to the top. This volume indicators here, which means in the case it is called short close. Long may be used, and then look how it continues. And you can also see the money flow index continues to go up here. But all in all, I think the video was long enough now. Anyway, make sure you watch this marketcipher.trade so that you know exactly what means what do these individual symbols, how are they to be interpreted. But all in all, I think this is a very, very ingenious indicator that you can use, which of course also simplifies your trading life. Certainly not automated, because here it means in any case to sit on it, observe what works, how it goes on, but overall very, very good. Should the indicator last you and you just want to have the next level, then support this guide also. Is not an affiliate link or anything else from me. I also hold nothing in. I think he deserves it for that he has created such a good indicator. You should also support him. If you say, hey, I've made enough cash, I thank you, I'm making now, I do not know, 10,000 a month just by that. You spend but once $1,500 or once $600, then you also have the additional indicators. But otherwise, yes, don't forget to like and share my channel. I'll keep introducing you to stuff like this. That is, you've now saved $1,500 or $600 respectively. I'd just like another subscription button for that. That would be really, really awesome from you. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching.